All right, let's take a look at your 4.2 worksheet assignment here and run through these problems. So the first problem here has 5 square root problems. So it says, using your inverse operation, solve the following square root equations. Make sure to check your answers at the end. So we know on these problems we should either have 0 or 1 solution. So since we know it's square root equations, you should have 0 or 1 solution. So on the first one, the nice thing is the square root's all by itself. So to undo square roots, the inverse operation is to square. So I have x plus 7 equals 36. So then, all I have to do is get rid of the plus 7. So I subtract 7 from both sides. X equals 29. So I can do a quick check and say, all right, what's the square root of 29 plus 7? Does that equal 6? It does. I know my answer is right. Just like that, one down. Let's do the next one. First step here is I need to add 7 to both sides. Crosses out. Now I have the square root piece all by itself. X plus 2 equals 10. To undo a square root, use square. So x plus 2, 10 squared, 10 times 10. I think many of you know that that is 100. So now, subtract 2 from both sides, and I get x equals 98. So let's do a quick check. The square root of 98 plus 2, move the parentheses out, minus 7, equals positive 3. As you can see, it equals 3 right there. I did it right. Sweet. 2 for 2. Let's keep on chugging away. On the next one, I have to first subtract 6. I still have this 4. X minus 5 equals 12. Then I have to divide by 4. So I have the square root of x minus 5 equals 3. Wow, we got a lot of math going on here. Square both sides. X minus 5 equals 9. Finally, add 5. X equals 14. Wow, that was a lot of work to get there. Well, let's check if I did it right. 4. Then we go square root. 14 minus 5. Pull outside the parentheses, plus 6. So when I hit enter here, it better equal 18. And sure it does. All right, got the first 3 done. Let's keep on plugging away. Notice how so far we've had, one solution on all of these. So first step, subtract, get the square root by itself. Square root of 3x minus 2 equals negative 3. So now when I square both sides, wait a minute, square root can't equal a negative number. This one is the no solution. A square root cannot equal a negative number. So that one was actually a lot easier. All right, let's do the last one. So first thing I need to do is add 5 to both sides. So I have 2 square root x plus 10 equals 8. Then I got to divide both sides by 2. So square root of x plus 10 equals 4. Undo the square root by squaring both sides. So x plus 10 equals 16. Subtract 10 from both sides. Wow, this one's been taking a lot of steps too. X equals 6. So let's double check our answer. Make sure it works. 2 square root 6 plus 10. Move the arrow outside, then subtract 5. Helps if it actually takes the symbol here. And sure enough, we got 3. So, as you saw here in the first problems, we actually got 0 or 1 solution. All right, number 2, we have the square problems. So square equations, remember, we could have 0, 1, or 2 solutions. Okay? So when you do these, remember, when we do square root, you gotta remember plus minus. So like on the first one here, I can square root both sides right away, but don't forget plus minus. So here it crosses out. So I have x minus 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 64. So I go square root 64, I get 8. So plus or minus 8. So now I have to write two equations. I have to write x minus 7 equals 8 or x minus 7 equals negative 8. So add 7, x equals 15, or add 7, x equals negative 1. So I got my two answers, and of course I want to check. Parentheses, 15 minus 7 squared better equal 64. It does. My other answer was negative 1 minus 7 squared. That also better equal 64, which it does. All right, got the first one done. Kind of boxing it out for space-wise. All right, so the next one. X plus 4 quantity squared minus 6 equals 3. So the first thing I need to do is add 6 to both sides. So I get x plus 4 quantity squared equals 9. Now that I have the x squared term by itself, I can square root both sides. Again, don't forget plus minus. So x plus 4 equals plus or minus square root of 9. I hope you guys all know that that is 3. So now I write two equations. X plus 4 equals 3. That's one. The other equation is x plus 4 equals negative 3. So now, subtract 4, x equals negative 1, or subtract 4, x equals negative 7. Again, I'm going to check my answer real quick. So the first answer was negative 1. We go negative 1 plus 4 squared minus 6. So when I hit enter here, I better get 3. That's good sign. Parentheses, negative 7 plus 4, close parentheses, squared, minus 6. That also better be 3. Sweet. 2 for 2. Notice how I've gotten two solutions on the first two. All right, let's do the next one. All right, so first thing I do is get the number to the other side. So subtract 8. So I have x minus 2 quantity squared equals negative 2. So now I want to square root both sides. Oh, but it's a negative number. So this is a no solution. Because again, the reason for it is you cannot square root a negative number. Okay, so we don't have any solutions on that one. Wow. All right, just going to move this up a little bit. Let's take a look at the last two. Ooh, got a couple steps on this one. All right, so, whoa, I know why that does that. Okay. All right, so on this one here, I have to first subtract 26. When I do have 4x minus 9 quantity squared equals 100. Then I got to divide by 4. 4 goes into 100 25 times, 4 quarters. Square root both sides, plus minus, so I get x minus 9 equals plus or minus 5. Square root of 25 is 5. So I get two equations here. X minus 9 equals 5, or x minus 9 equals negative 5. So I need to add 9 to both sides. So on the first one, I get x equals, I'm kind of squeezing, 14. Add 9 here, and I get x equals 4. Let's see if both of those work. So I do a quick check for parentheses. 14 minus 9, quantity squared, plus 26. This better equal 126. Sweet. Do the other one. 4, and then 4 minus 9, close parentheses, squared, plus 26. Better equal 126. Wow, we're doing well. All right, let's take a look at the very last one. So, just like I did before, inverse operations. So I'm going to start by adding 13. So I have 3x minus 6 quantity squared equals 108. Then I divide both sides by 3. So I get x minus 6 quantity squared equals 108 divided by 3. Just in case, I believe it's 36. It's 36. Square root both sides. So I get x minus 6 equals plus or minus, don't forget it's always plus minus, 6. So I'm going to move it over here. I have two equations. X minus 6 equals 6, or x minus 6 equals negative 6. So now I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I get x equals 12, or when I add 6 here, I get x equals 0. So I still get two solutions here. So we never got a one solution, at least in this assignment, but we did get two solutions and a no solution. So again, just to check, 3 parentheses, 12 minus 6, close parentheses, squared, minus 13, better equal 95. Then I check the other one. The other answer was 0 minus 6, squared, minus 13, and that also better equal 95. All right, great job, everyone. Hope this assignment went well for you.